How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be going for the 94 overall Lee Smith. You get this card by redeeming the vouchers through the Hall of Fame event. Really quickly before I get into the video, I just wanted to say if you guys are new from Coog's channel, I just recently played him for a collab yesterday, and I wanted to say thank you guys for the support. I appreciate all the new subscribers and everything like that. It was an honor to play Coog's, and I won't spoil the video if you haven't watched it already. I would definitely tune into his video and mine as well. Definitely some good content there. But let's go ahead and get right into this one. We do have a little bit of a mixed up lineup. I showed a screenshot quickly of my lineup screen, and then I adjusted Giancarlo Stanton into the 2 spot. I was struggling a little bit with Jacoby Ellsbury, but there with Stanton in the 2 spot right away, has the shift against him, and that one was put against the right side into the shift there for a base hit. Now that's going to bring up Lou Gehrig, who has been an amazing hitter for me ever since I picked him up. On this one I had 2 strikes. I had to swing at that pitch outside and try to go the other way with it, but fly out to left field. The left fielder does make the play, bringing up Rogers Hornsby. His opponent has Nolan Ryan on the mound. I'm looking for a pitch on the inside corner because he had been throwing the fastballs in. I still grounded out to shortstop, though, even though I was sitting on that fastball or sinker inside. We do have Bob Feller on the mound, who is a pretty similar pitcher to Nolan Ryan. He does have very similar pitches, also has a slider, and the changeup I feel has a little bit less control, but it is definitely a good pitch. There I went with the 12-6 curveball, trying to mix up velocity, speed differential, and kind of tunnel the pitches that look similar. So what I mean by that is throw fastballs inside and then try and use that 12-6 changeup low in the zone as well. It looks similar out of the hand. It looks like the same pitch out of the hand, and then it kind of drops below the zone if it's thrown correctly. But so far in this game, we haven't really got any action on offense, or too much action, but this one with Cal Ripken Jr., pitch low in the zone, I squared it up. I was looking for a changeup or a curveball, and he did throw it there. Just nice pitch right below the zone, got me to ground out to shortstop right there. Now I'm facing his Cal Ripken Jr. on a 3-1 count. I'm in with the fastball inside. Definitely had some good movement on the inside half, but it is blooped out there into center field for a hit. That's going to be the opponent's first hit of this game. But that's going to bring up Kyle Schwarber, who he brought in. Chris Bryant instead, he brought in as a pinch hitter because I went to Billy Wagner. He does have a couple righties coming up now with Javier Baez, plays up on inside edge, versus a lefty as well, as he got a recent upgrade a couple weeks ago. But this opponent was definitely early. He was waiting for the fastball. I wasn't going to throw him one. And if he's going to continue to swing this early, then I'm going to keep throwing off-speed pitches low in the zone as best as I can. And definitely a good opponent. He was having some good at-bats, hitting the ball hard. But because he might have been looking for a fastball, he was more likely to swing at the off-speed pitches below the zone because he was sitting on that fastball. Something that I try to pick up when I'm playing against opponents in events, shorter inning games, where you don't really have too many innings to try and figure out what the opponent is doing. But I did go ahead and bring in Kyle Schwarber off the bench myself. I figured that he's better off of the bench rather than someone bringing a lefty in against him. I guess the opponent there could have brought in a lefty, but I would have responded with J.D. Martinez. Later on in the inning, Giancarlo Stanton squares up the curveball, and I felt like I got that one off the handle a little bit more than I did. It was definitely hung over the plate, and actually was a changeup. I thought it was a curveball based off of how it was thrown, but it was a changeup. Then the opponent went ahead and quit out of that one. Still plenty of time left to come back. He still had 3 outs to work with. Down 3 runs, it's not likely, but still worth a shot to try and make the comeback already in the 3rd inning, in my opinion. But we're going to go ahead and hop into this next game. That win did indeed give me the 5th win I need for this event to unlock that Lee Smith. If I finish this event right here, right now, and did not get the remaining wins, then I would be able to unlock Lee Smith, but I would have to play all the games in the next event in order to unlock that Edgar Martinez. So I just kind of wanted to clarify how that works a little bit. But we do have 5 wins so far, going for the 6th one, and I'm actually on a 5-0 run right now. So the opponents that I'm going to play are going to get a little bit better as we move on in this run, or at least according to the matchmaking, it searches a person that's similar to your event record, and depending on that rating mod in the event. So just something to keep in mind there. These games could get a little bit tougher as we move on here, but so far so good. I was able to get the first out of the game, the first couple outs there. Now we're facing Mookie Betts, and Mookie Betts is really good. He was much better at the beginning of the year before he got a kind of a nerf, a downgrade on some of his power versus right, I believe. He also might have gotten a downgrade versus lefties, but this card at the beginning of the season absolutely destroyed me whenever I used the left-handed pitcher. Luckily, we had 99 Kershaw on the mound in this one, but after a leadoff walk from Stanton, I was able to hit a 2-run shot with Cal Ripken Jr., hit it off the scoreboard. I don't really like playing at Scheid Field all that much, just because it is a legend field. The ball doesn't seem to carry as much here as other fields do, but that's just my opinion. That's just speculation. That last ball was launched off the scoreboard, and then this opponent was able to kind of hit the ball in the next inning. I mean, I was able to shut him down in the first one. This next inning, he had some better at-bats, hitting the ball hard to the outfield, almost had a bloop single in to lead off the inning, and then that one with Ozzie Smith I thought was going to be crushed. I missed my spot a little bit. But we're facing the newer 95 overall Bryce Harper. I have yet to unlock this card, but I have faced him a few times in these events. Definitely a solid card, and I wouldn't really use this card in ranked seasons, but I would definitely use him in an event like this. I might even try to get that card to finish up this event. I'm not really sure, but I would replace Jacoby Ellsbury with Bryce Harper. Probably move Mike Trout to center, just something that I was thinking about as I went up against that card. Anyway, Jacoby Ellsbury starting the next inning off with a base knock, so he was able to get something going so far in this game. He got on base 2 times. I was able to steal second the first time, so I figured he would go to a slide step. And I didn't really have to move the PCI too much on that one. It was thrown more over the middle of the plate. I still think I got it off the end of the bat just based on how Mike Trout hit it right there, but nonetheless, it is a double, moving up Jacoby Ellsbury to third base with Lou Gehrig coming up to the plate, an RBI machine, and he's going to send that one up the middle for a base knock. That's going to score 2 runs, so making it a 4-0 game. Any extra runs of insurance at this point is huge. I mean, I expected the opponent to at least score a couple runs in this one, and then it allows me to continue on the inning, try and break the game open to put it out of reach a little bit in this shortened game. Since there is only 1 inning left, if that ball would have went out with Stanton, I think it could have based on the hit result, but I lined out to him, and then it's a 6-run game. I think this game's out of reach at that point, but no lead is safe in this game ever. So any runs they're trying to get, I don't think any lead is ever enough. I got a little over-aggressive right there with Robinson Cano and just swung at the first pitch. It was a fastball middle in, and I just dropped the PCI and missed it, but definitely a good pitch to hit. Looking back, obviously, now that I got out, I wish I would have taken that pitch and had a little bit more of a better at-bat. But I was able to get this win. I got the next two or three outs rather quickly, and then the fly ball there from Jim Edmonds. So we're going to go ahead and hop into this next game. We're at 6-0, so we're halfway to an 85-89 Live Series Diamond for this event. And I have won a couple diamonds this year through the events. I've always enjoyed playing these events, not just because of the diamond rewards, but because of the team building factor, how you can use different cards from different teams, and there's different rules and stuff like that. I just really think it's awesome to hop into these events. I've enjoyed them ever since last year's game. I didn't really play them too much in MLB 16 or 17. That's when I was kind of new to playing MLB The Show. But last year I played all the events. This year I've really enjoyed the events. My favorite one has probably been the Moonshot event from the last series of vouchers and everything. But I was looking for this pitch inside. I was trying to sit on something because I made the first 2 outs of this inning pretty quickly, and he does throw it pretty much right to my PCI right there. Inside fastball. Lou Gehrig turns on it, putting us up 1-0. Following up this next inning, I had Joe Morgan 1-2, 0-2 count, and I went ahead and drilled him with the pitch. I wasn't trying to throw that inside, just trying to get him to chase it, and I hit him in the leg, something that happens with Joe Morgan because he does crowd the plate a little bit. But I was able to get the double play. I tried to go with the changeup low and away there, and I missed the spot entirely. He throws it up and away. It turned out to be a really good, unorthodox pitch, really. I mean, he's not really looking for a changeup up and away like that. And I figured I would try to play off that. I mean, throw another changeup low and then go with the slider inside, and it works out perfectly. We get the Signature Series Joey Votto to strike out there. We do have 2 outs in the top of the 2nd inning, but Johnny Bench is up. And I do like this Johnny Bench card. I haven't really seen this card too often in ranked seasons. I have used him a little bit in ranked, and I did enjoy that card. He hits lefties really well with a lot of power. Just doesn't really have the most contact. But the opponent really got me there with that changeup low in the zone. I was looking for more of a fastball sinker, and just swung right over the top of it for a strike 3. With Kyle Schwarber, a pinch hitter off the bench. Would have been nice to extend the lead. With only a 1-run lead, I'm looking to expand it in the third inning. I was able to get the next 3 outs in the second. So the opponent's down to his last 3 outs, but only 1 run. He only needs 1 run to tie it, and he is the home team. So I'm really looking to try and get something going right here. I just missed that pitch with Mike Trout. I dropped the PCI at the last second, got under it. And it seemed like that fastball was thrown with bad feedback or early feedback or something like that, because the ball was just launched off of the bat, even though I did miss it. And actually the right fielder as well, he missed it, and it resulted in a ground rule double, but I also helped out the opponent with the next hit. I mean, Rogers Hornsby lines out to right field. I thought that one was off the wall. I was immediately advancing Mike Trout, and I got doubled up. But here we are in the bottom of the third inning, going for the 7th win, putting us about 5 wins away from a 12-win diamond. And if I do decide to finish this event, I'll need another couple wins in order to get to 10 for the 7th voucher, and then I'll have to go ahead and win 2 more games for the 8th voucher, and I'll be 1 away from that Edgar Martinez. You won't be able to unlock that Edgar Martinez until the next event, but definitely going to be a really good card off the bench for you. I wouldn't really start that card just because of the defense, but I think that he's going to be a great bench bat with a lot of power and contact. But here we go in the bottom of the third inning. I left in Billy Wagner. He brought in Stanton, and Stanton crushes lefties, but I figured that this opponent was a little bit later on fastballs, so I could get away with throwing a fastball to Stanton there. I was able to get the pop fly, and we move up to 7-0 on this run. I didn't really give up too many runs so far in this event, but I do plan on finishing it out. As we see here, this is kind of the screenshot of what you need in order to get those vouchers. I'll need 3 more wins to get the 7th one, and then another 2 wins to get the 8th, like I was talking about. But here's the screenshot of the Hall of Fame event where you can lock those vouchers in. I already have 4 from the last one, and I will try and finish this one out. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. I'm College Lefty, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.